Hey, welcome back to the Artie Lange Show. We're speaking with Mohamed Sanu from the Cincinnati Bengals. He's going into his second season, coming off an injury. We got high hopes for the kid, Jersey kid. I love him. New Brunswick, not far from where I grew up. And Gary Owen, of course, is here, and he's a comedian who's a Bengals fan. So a very unique perspective going on here.
One of the few.
My point I was trying to make about the time when you had T.O. and Ocho Cinco on the show together, and they had the T-Ocho show, was a TV show that was on like MTV or something.
Like six,
or
like MTV 6.
Yeah, whatever it was. It was on television, and the team was 3-13 that year. So I could just imagine a Cincinnati Bengals fan. He goes to like a December game. He's freezing. He's got no shirt on. He's got the Bengals paint, like one color here, all over his face. It's in his hair. And he's spending all the money that he has, because he's like a plumber's assistant, to go to the game. And they have an awful game. They lose. And I picture him going back to his studio apartment in downtown Cincinnati and wiping that paint off his face. And then all of a sudden, what's on television? He hears the T-Ocho show. As he's taking that paint off, and his fat kid, he spent $42 on because he bought 3 hot dogs at the game, is crying because kids are bullying him at school. And he's trying to get that paint off, and he hears the T-Ocho show, which was a show about them and the chicks they were banging. Yeah. And the team's 3-13, and he's broke. Like, that's like, as a fan, you're like, could you wait till you get a ring before the show goes on? 3-13. So what do you think? What as a fan and a player, looking forward to this year, what do you think you guys got to do to have? Is a playoff thing in the picture or what?
Yes. We got a very young team, and we have great camaraderie.
Right.
So it's just about us, putting it all together and, taking that next step.
You think the team's capable of, I mean, God, is it a playoff team? I mean, realistically.
Yeah, well, you figure we've been in the playoffs the last 2 years.
Right.
And last year we got blown out by the Texans. This year we barely lost to the Texans.
Right. They're a quality team, man. Out of nowhere, they got good. It's hard to, I mean, you played them twice. Is it the same division?
No. It just happened to line up in the playoffs like that.
No, but I'm saying, but in the regular season, you don't play them twice.
No.
The Texans don't?
No, I don't play them at all.
No, they
I have a sports show, by the way.
Steelers.
Yeah. Wait, you don't play them at all in the regular season?
I mean, they do. It just has to line up there.
Yeah.
But it's the Steelers, Ravens, and Browns every year, twice a year.
Okay, that's tough there. I mean, the Ravens, although I think they're going to. What do you think about Flacco and this contract? You think he deserves $20 million a year? You think they're paying him for something he already did? Or,
well, he did just win him a Super Bowl, so I feel like, he did something right to ask for that amount of money, so I feel like you should give it to him.
Do you think Ray Lewis is legitimately insane, like on a psychological level? Like,
I don't know. I just think he's an unbelievable player.
Unbelievable player, but I think crazy.
You got to be a little bit crazy to play this game. You got to be a little bit.
Do you think you're crazy on some level?
I think I'm crazy. I'm not going to lie to you. I think I'm crazy.
All right, just, as a matter of fact, you're 2 seconds away from finding out how crazy I am.
Yeah. Very monotone crazy.
Now, when you say that, though, give me your thoughts about the concussion thing and the safety aspect. Do you think it's going to be a real different game in 10 years? Because I think it is. I mean, how safe can you make a helmet, realistically? I mean, you gotta just go in thinking, hey, this is a brutal game. Gladiators play it,
Right. Back in the 60s, there was clotheslining people, and you didn't have mouthpieces or face masks. So.
Right, and see what those guys look like nowadays. Yeah, it's brutal. It's a brutal game, but do you think they're going in the right direction with this stuff? Or
I feel like they shouldn't just put all these rules into play, because you know what you're getting yourself into. You know what type of game it is. You know you're liable to get hurt, so you got to be able to prepare yourself to take that kind of impact.
And you're in a position, man, wide receiver. You guys are really, as soon as you guys leave your feet and you got an eye on that ball,
you know you're in trouble.
Yeah, you're open game, right?
You know you're in trouble. You just got to be able to curl up in the ball after you get hit.
Did you see last year and watch it? Because I noticed a couple of defensive backs I think really got screwed over with some calls. Did you think any of these calls that you saw during last year were legitimate, that they called on the defensive backs for hits they made?
I would take a handful were and some weren't. It's 50-50. It just depends on how they see it or how you see it, because you may see it as, no, that was a legal hit, and they may see it like he was lunging at him or he was projecting himself.
Right.
It's just how you see it in your eye.
some of these guys, man, have the athletic ability, but literally become perpendicular to the ground.
Right.
And you become a missile. Well, that's the point is, Rutgers just actually, Pernetti I've become good friends with through Nicky, and he took me to a game. I sat on the sidelines, and I watched this kid. I always forget his name, but Rutgers had a 6'8" wide receiver this year. Okay.
Brian Coleman.
Okay, Brian Coleman. 6'8", okay, weighs about 250, made out of wrought iron. He does a 4.3 40. Like, that guy coming at you, and thank God he doesn't play defense. He doesn't
Right.
But that's like, I mean, imagine a defensive back, okay, getting up ahead of steam who could do a 4.3. And that solid muscle, that big, you're talking about a weapon.
It's a legal weapon.
Yeah, I don't know. Listen, it's again though. I don't know how you can watch it. What do you think about the lawsuit situation? You think that's going to be a big problem for the league? Or?
I don't know. I never really looked into that. We're just hearing about all the different lawsuits that are happening. So it's just I don't know how they're going to handle that.
Well, just be careful. I'm worried about you, especially with these broads. I'm telling you, this symposium thing. I just hope they hammer into your head about these women. Like, remember what this guy said? I'll tell you who it was off the air. But he said, I banged so many hookers, I can't even tell you. And he said hooker. And I don't think the woman would consider herself a hooker, but that's how they act.
Well, that eliminates the Bengals.
What do you think as a fan? What do you think is going to be going on here with the Bengals? I mean, are you excited?
I am about next year.
Yeah.
I think, it's not a question of our wide receivers or our defensive line. I think we need another defensive back. I think Dalton's got to step up a little bit more.
Right.
I think he's doing well, but I think he needs to step up a little bit more.
Get Ed Reed for his last 2 years. Sign that guy.
Oh, that'd be great.
I heard on some level he's available. Again, I have a sports program.
Yeah, I think he's going to go to the Patriots. That's the rumor.
Oh, no.
That's the rumor.
How much do you hate the Patriots, Mohamed? You must hate those guys, right?
I'm not really a big fan of them. I know a couple players on my team
They seem
that
like
I played
dirtbags.
know a couple players I played college ball with that play for them, and I was never really a fan of them growing up, but they're a good team.
Is there any guy in the league that you really just can't stand? Like when you see him, you wish there's an opportunity for you to like physically hurt him. Not like a bounty situation, but is there anybody who really makes you mad?
No, not off the top of my head.
Really?
No. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I mean, listen, that anger that could fuel you. I would get somebody to hate.
Well, I always say, with the draft coming up, I always say my quarterback I want to be two-parent home, good mom and dad, private school educated. But my defense, I don't want no daddies. I want everybody from a broken home. That's the only thing I'm asking at the combine. You know your dad? We could use you, son.
No, you listen, man, that's a good analogy. The last thing you want to hear a hot stripper say is she comes from a good family.
Yeah.
Because you're not getting laid. Just put your money away.
Look at Ray Lewis, no daddy.
It's all instinct with that guy, I think. I just think that the God thing, he takes it too far. It's just like... Jesus doesn't make any mistakes. I mean, look at me, Mohamed. Do you think that's true? Look at me.
You do look good, though. I'm not gonna lie.
I think I'm proof that God can make a mistake. And I think we've all proven that Jesus died so Tim Tebow could at least get some hand release.